Hello and welcome to Creative Cooking of Carmen or Carmen Creative Cooking. And believe me, when I'm saying creative cooking, it is a creative cooking because everything in food is a creation. And don't be afraid to improvise, don't be afraid if you don't know how to make something to try, because what can you do wrong? Just you can put in the garbage and you can start all over. So let's start today some banana bread, just because my neighbor Heidi gives me bananas every time she is not using everything. Like all Americans, including myself, I'm buying more than I should, and sometimes they go bad because I don't know. They are not even bad, they're just brown. So use 3 bananas for these recipes. They need to be brown because you need the sugar in them. 1 stick of butter, room temperature, because you'll have to mix it with sugar. Half a cup of sugar. They call it for brown sugar, but because it's a creative cooking with Carmen, it's gonna be regular sugar. It's organic and unfiltered. It's brown sugar, but it's not brown sugar. 1.5 cup of flour, white flour. I always use white flour. Then, like spices, you will need cinnamon, baking powder, you will need vanilla. I use pure vanilla, I like this vanilla. And you will use a pinch of salt. Like in all my recipes, you will use a pinch of salt, which I'm gonna just put right now because I don't want to forget. I'm gonna start with salt. And it's optional, you don't have to use it. It's walnuts or any type of nuts that you like. If you're allergic, do not put walnuts because I don't want for you to feel sick or to have a life-threatening emergency. These ones I just put in a bag and I smash it with a roller. My roller is very heavy. I don't pound it, I just roll over it, and they are kind of like smashed, but not very smashed. I'm sorry, I'm making a mess all over. So maybe they are cracked in half or whatever, even though they're gonna cut very nicely when you're gonna cut the bread. And I forgot about 2 eggs. I need 2 eggs also, which I didn't set it up because it slipped my mind, but you will need 2 eggs. I'm gonna pause a little bit to bring my eggs and then we'll go from there. I brought my 2 eggs, which I'm gonna add on later on. Make sure that you set your oven to 325 before you start because you want the oven to be prepped. And now you have the butter and you put it in a bowl. I choose a glass bowl so you can see what's going on. And you add the sugar and you mix it very well with the butter. It's gonna create a smooth mixture, and then you're gonna add the bananas and then the eggs. Let me tilt a little bit of camera so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Okay, so let's start by whisking very smoothly the butter with the sugar. I'm gonna tell you a trick. The butter needs to be soft. If it's not soft, put it in the microwave for 10 seconds and then 10 seconds again, and it's gonna be perfect. Or if you remember, you're gonna want to do the recipe like a night before, just take a stick out of the refrigerator and let it room temperature. So I mixed it kind of like well. Now, even though I said eggs, I'm just gonna use the bananas because I changed my mind and I can do that. 1 banana, 2 bananas, and 3 bananas. You don't have to smash them with your fork or something because the mixer is gonna do the job. And of course, I always forget to get something to wipe my hands because sometimes I'm messy. I'm sorry. And then you're gonna smash bananas and you're gonna mix them with the butter. The trick here is for you not to overmix when you're gonna add the flour. So now bananas are mixed with the butter. And we're gonna add the eggs. You don't have to add them one at a time. You can simply put them in there. Now the part with the electrical mixer is done. I'm gonna just take it out because right now I want to use a spatula for the flour. I thought is like better and I know this is better. For that, we will have the flour in which I'm gonna just whisk baking powder. And of course, I'm gonna measure it with my hand. In the palm of my hand is gonna be that much baking powder, maybe twice. Maybe if you want to use a teaspoon, use 2 teaspoons and done. Then add the cinnamon. If you don't like cinnamon, don't add the cinnamon. Sometimes I do not add it simply because I forget. Vanilla, it's a must. Don't forget vanilla because then you're gonna be like average and you don't want to be average, you want to be nice. I mixed the baking powder and I think I didn't forget anything. How about I'm putting the nuts now? It was a cup full of nuts. I mix slowly from bottom up. And now I'll add the flour. In meantime, my oven is like preset at 325. You mix gently. You don't want to overmix. I think this is the trick of banana bread. Do not overmix the ingredients. When you overmix, it's not gonna be, I don't know, maybe as fluffy as you want to, or maybe moist. But this banana bread, I found out this recipe. I made it one time before. It turned out very, very good. And if this time it will not, it's okay. I'm gonna keep trying until it will. I set up a tray with the parchment paper, just because it's easier to take it out from the tray. And then you add the mixture to the tray. This recipe makes exactly 1 banana bread. You see, it's almost a half of the tray. You can see how tall it is. And I place it in the oven 45 minutes at 325. Just check it out after maybe 30 minutes and see what's going on. I just took out from the oven my banana bread. I kind of lied on the time of the baking. I said 45 minutes at 325. It was 1 hour and 15 minutes at 325. But it turned out very, very, very good. I hope you make it and you will enjoy the recipe. All you have to do now is to sprinkle some powdered sugar on top of it for the looks, not necessarily for the taste. Enjoy. So I add some powdered sugar in a tea strainer, just a little bit, and I'm gonna just sprinkle on top. As I mentioned before, this is for the looks, not for the taste, because the taste is inside. And but you know, sometimes or first time you eat with your eyes, so that's why we always trying to make everything looking good, so it's gonna be inviting. This is my banana bread. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you'll make it, and you will send me suggestions and maybe more tips. I'm open to any kind of suggestions. Enjoy. And happy Easter for people who are celebrating Easter next Sunday. Happy Easter. Enjoy. Be blessed and happy.